him out like out of the frame.
Oh yeah, out of the frame. Yep. So we're gonna clear the frame all the way. So we want a clean frame, and then you coming in, marking it, and then we'll do the other one.
All right, go ahead.
Don't hit my chair.
Scene 1, take 1, B cam, mark. Scene 1, take 1, A cam, mark.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm well, and you?
I'm good, I'm good. So, what's your name and stuff, bro?
You want my government or you?
Yeah, just
No,
let me in.
My name is Christopher Lovelady.
Okay, my name is Dacorious Hobbs. I wanna have a topic to talk about today. So today, I think I want to talk about shame. I want to talk about like what things you look back on and you're ashamed of, or something you wish you should have did better or could have did better and that you're ashamed of. So, can you give me a little like walkthrough of your life and just tell me some things that you probably just feel ashamed about?
Okay. So, from Detroit, Michigan. I've been moved to Grand Rapids almost 14, 15 years ago. From a single parent home. Me and my mom, we stayed with my grandparents. At that time, there were some friends or, there were some of us or some of my friends, they had two-parent households. So, that was one level of shame that I remember experiencing later on in life. I understood it, but it was kind of like some of the norm for me. So, I felt some shame, at points where, going to different sporting events, playing football, basketball. I didn't really have a lot of support with my family or most importantly, my dad really being there. So a little bit, but you learn how to kind of deal with it as you go.
Right.
Those are some earlier times. I had a lot of shameful moments, honestly, but just kind of speaking to, growing up as a young man, I remember that being shameful. And also, I remember, that's a heavy topic, you know that, right?
Yeah.
That's a heavy topic. Another moment of shame for me is when I got fired from my job. And me and my wife now were engaged, and I had never been fired, and it was pretty humiliating. And at the time, my wife was pregnant, and I didn't know what to say, what to do. I didn't really know how to deal with it.
Right.
And I just remember coming home like,
what do I say?
yeah, like really. Yeah, I was at a loss for words, and so those were some moments that I could remember. Being ashamed, being shamed.
Right. So, I could probably say like the most like humiliating, like shameful thing that I ever had to go through was walking in a courtroom with handcuffs and shackles on and watching my mom look at me like that. Like that. I don't know. Like it's like, well, there's really just not. There's nothing to explain really how I feel, because it's like, first off, coming from my childhood, I had a future until I went left. Like I chose to do a lot of the stuff I did, and a lot of the stuff I did, I am ashamed about. Like, cause it's all things that I never really needed to do. I just chose to do it because, it's something new. It's something to try.
Right.
So why not? So when I like another humiliating moment is where I had to deal with the fact that I couldn't do nothing about it. Like, I can't do nothing about coming in the courtroom, watching my mom cry and look at me like, what did I do wrong?
Right.
Like, that's the shameful part for me, is because I'm making her feel like she didn't do something when all she ever did was try. So it's like, I can't do nothing about it. There's nothing I can do. I can't say, Mom, you did what you had to do, because she gonna still think, well, how you get here? How you right here right now?
Right.
So it was like, that's like the most shameful moment that ever came to me. Like, it was just like, it's like a loss of words. Like, I go in and I just don't know what to say.
Right.
Like, it was just something I couldn't. It's something that nobody should really have to deal with.
Right.
It's nobody that. It's nothing that anybody should ever want to even go through. So if you decide to do what you're gonna do as far as that, that means like you really don't care. Like, if you watch this and then you still continue to do your things, like, cause I know you, if you listen to me talk and you've been in that situation and you're continuing to do what you do to get back in that situation, like, you don't really care about the people who love you.
Right.
Like, you don't really respect nobody for real, because for one, all you doing is disrespecting yourself.
Right.
You lowering your standards of life.
Right.
You lowering people expectations for you, people respect for you, people your boundaries. You crossing boundaries with people that you probably don't even know got certain boundaries for you. Like with my stepdad, this is another humiliating moment. This is stupid though.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
when I was like, it was about a year ago, 2 years ago, and I used to just take stuff and just sell it. Like, I started selling my phones, I started selling my clothes, my nice pants and stuff like that. So eventually I ended up saying, it's time to move up a step, right?
Okay.
So
You had to level up, huh?
had to level up.
Okay.
So my stepdad got his dispensary card, right? And I went in his room and I was trying to take some of his weed so I could sell it. And he caught me like red-handed, and he like, man, what is you doing? I'm like, nothing. I literally said nothing.
Right.
And just walked past him and put it in his hand. Like, that was like the most shameful moment ever. Cause like, do you know what it feel like to get caught red-handed just doing something and then you ain't got no response for it? But you know you messed up, and you messing up somebody's trust for you. And like, there's nothing really you can do about that.
Right. Right.
Like, so it was like,
And if I could just hop into that point, you mentioned the shame piece and talking about your mom, as far as she's only put you in position to succeed or put you in safe places where you could thrive. And then you said you made that decision. I can definitely speak to that as well. Because naturally, just kind of getting to that point, naturally we want to fix it. As men, as young men, we naturally want to go and fix and be a solution to that problem. So when you were in that position or in that condition with, walking in the courtroom, it's like, I can't break loose. I can't just, I fooled you. It's none of that. It's like, this is reality. So I've experienced that as well. My first time, after leaving high school, after I graduated high school, I didn't really have a plan. So I came down to GRCC, and this is the time when they had a football team. Speeding up the story, I was pulled over by the state police, and it's by grace that they didn't really take me to jail for what I had. However, they put a subpoena out, and I had to turn myself in. And what was very shameful and embarrassing was calling my mom to say, you have to come 2.5 hours away after you just dropped me off for school to come back to my court date. So I can only imagine how you felt when you were, being caught and then having to go to that courtroom and your mom getting that phone call, and you can't you can't reverse that situation. It's kind of like you got to walk it out.
Right.
So
It's like
Yeah.
it's like getting suspended from school and knowing that you gotta get your mom car and she finna
Yes,
come
sir.
up there and wild out on you.
Yes, sir.
You like, man, like you could have just sent me home or something. Like you
right.
gotta call her. I could walk home.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's just like the list goes on and on about the things that I could say I feel bad and ashamed about because it's like I've done a lot of stuff that I really didn't have to. Like I put myself in certain positions that shouldn't have been even able to happen. Like I've been shot, I've been stabbed twice. Like, and it's just 3 times. I've been stabbed 3 times and shot once. Two of those stab wounds was gang violence, and I got shot because of gang violence too. And it was just like thinking about that stuff. If I would have just paid attention to life and seeing what I wanted and what I didn't want, that stuff would have never happened because I was mixed. I was caught up between trying to hang out with people that's older than me and trying to make sure they accept me instead of worrying about what I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I was an athlete. I was playing football. I was the team captain.
Mm-hmm.
I was the star. I was doing everything I needed to do.
Right.
I was real good in school. I always made sure my work got done.
Yeah.
But I wasn't focused. So I would clown. As soon as I get done with my work, I'm a clown.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna get kicked out of school. And then that's when I gotta hear my mom come up there wilding and stuff. But it's like,
Right.
it's so much stuff that I shouldn't even put myself in a position to let that happen to me.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to jump in a little earlier when you started talking about that shame piece, and you were saying that you been shot, stabbed, and the list goes on. What have you learned from those experiences of shame, or just what have you learned from that?
I could say one thing that I learned from, because this is actually something I thought about like recently. One thing I learned about getting shot is that I don't need to have nobody accept me. Like I can do bad all by myself, but when I want to do good, nobody's there to do it with me. All the people that I thought was really there for me, they not there with me.
Yeah.
They just watching it. They like, oh, okay, yeah, bro, what you finna do? Dang, I thought we was finna go chill. Oh, no, I'm finna go do this, bro. You go ahead. I'm just like, all right, I thought we was finna go play basketball or something. You trying to go hit a lick. I'm like,
Right.
like just chill for once. And like the people that I be trying to tell it to, they act like they want to listen, but they don't really want to get the message. Like, bro, I'm trying to help you.
Right.
Like, that's it. So what I got from it was that people only there when it's benefiting them.
Mm-hmm.
So if they know that I got something that they want, or I can get them into something that they want to be in, they gonna come around. But as soon as I ain't got nothing for them, where they gonna be at? Nowhere around.
Man.
Because if you want to be real, no one wants to see you succeed. That's just the next person. Like, no, I'm gonna change that. No one that has done bad with you want to see you succeed. Put it like that.
Okay.
Because if they really wanted to see you succeed, they would be encouraging you to do better instead of doing bad with you.
I agree to an extent. I believe, in addition to what you're saying, I also believe if people are shown different ways to succeed, or maybe shown or given other opportunities, and then having that piece of having someone to believe in them, saying that you can, and encouraging them to do what you're showing them that they have the possibility to do, I believe they will take a pivot and turn and do something different. But if they don't have anything positive to pursue, or maybe if they're still conditioned to do the same thing over and over and over, those habits don't change. So they'll continue to look as if they want to continue to do negative things. But then you do have some people that just really,
Right.
they just really don't want to see you
Because
succeed.
misery loves company.
This is
So,
true. This is true.
It's just sometimes it's just hard to get by in life when you know you got people that's like looking down on you. Because I know one thing that I've always wanted was acceptance. Like I talked about that earlier. Like I hung with older people and wanted them to accept me, so I did certain things. Like I always wanted acceptance. So for me to try to move forward and to try to do what I know is right, and somebody is like just like looking down on it, like my first response is, why is what I'm doing not good enough? Like, I'm just trying to do what I have to do in order to be successful in life.
Right.
But how they see it is, why he trying to do so much? Like, why he trying to show out? Like,
Right.
he didn't come from that. That ain't him. Like, that's what certain people will really think of you. Like, well, he didn't changed up. He didn't switched up. He ain't with it no more. He ain't doing like. It's not that I don't want to be friends with you or none of that. It's just because I want to be something better. I don't want to just be sitting on everybody's couch every day just chilling. Ain't got no job, ain't got no future. Just smoking weed all day.
And that requires separation.
And it does.
It does.
So once you decide to make up your mind to do something different than what your friends doing, you're gonna lose some friends. You're gonna lose some friends, and some of them might understand.
Big facts.
Big facts. It's like some people just don't really care what you do in your life. They say that they're all y'all cool or whatever, but they don't really care what you do. I got people that all they do is smoke weed every single day, all day, every day, and on the honor roll. And got a job, going to school. So it's not like I gotta stop hanging with him because I don't want to smoke, and he smoke all day, every day. He's doing what he gotta do though. He got his priorities straight. So if he gonna do that, he gonna do that. So I'm not gonna just cause you smoke all day, every day, bro. I can't hang out with you.
Right. He doing what he want to do.
You doing what you want to do. You got your stuff together, bro. I can't say nothing to you. It ain't like you out here. You ain't got no job. You always standing out at somebody else's house. You doing this and doing that. You ain't listening to your mom. Like, you do everything you gotta do.
Do you believe?
And all you want to do is smoke weed. So
do you believe he could do more?
Yes, I do. He is actually a good hooper.
Okay.
But he don't really play on a team. He just go to the park and play basketball. Okay. So it's just like, you can actually use that, bro. You can just go get recognized. Go get seen by somebody. Right. Because you don't ever know who be watching.
So as long as you encourage him to do more, experience more, like challenge him to be better, I would definitely encourage him. And don't have him to settle. Your friend, don't have him to just settle on because he's on honor roll, it's cool to smoke weed. Right. And that's a whole nother conversation.
Because there's always something you could fix. Like, there's always something you can do better in your life. Whether you feel like you on your tip-top shape.
That's right.
You can always do something better. Like, there's never nothing that you can't fix.
I hear success when you speak, man. So with you, with that being said, that we're talking about shame, are you, will you sacrifice your success to separate your friends to be shamed? Meaning, are you afraid of, you get the question, or do I want me to?
Am I afraid to lose people to do what I gotta do in order to be successful?
Yes, which ultimately equals shame, like.
Right. No.
It's good.
I want to be something in life. If you don't want to take that route, that's on you. Yeah. I can't force you to do nothing. You can't force me to be like, oh, you right, bro. I'm doing what you doing is right. Yeah. Nah, dude, if I want to do something different, I'm going to go do something different because that's what I feel is right.
That blessed me.
For real.
That did.
So, as far as you, do you feel like you in a certain state where you could say you're successful?
In most ways, rather than others, yes.
Right.
My success definition, my success is like a living document. Like it's like a Google Doc. When you type in it automatically save. If you delete it, it's saved, so my success levels they change. So as of now, just us speaking right now, I feel like I'm successful. I'm married. Got 2 beautiful girls.
That's what's up.
I feel that every day I make a conscious effort to change the narrative of black men. I try to be as transparent as possible.
Do you feel like
My spirituality, I'm comfortable in my faith.
right?
Yeah, so those are like successes for me. Not to cut you off.
Oh,
Please,
no.
I don't want you to lose your question.
Do you feel like your successes came a long way from what you actually, like, with anybody or what you thought you were going to be?
Do I feel...
Do you feel your success is
Okay.
further than what other people thought you was going to
Oh, absolutely. I never thought. Well, one thing I always wanted to do or to be was a better father than I had. And I actually not too long ago I had a conversation with somebody, and I was talking about this, and I think. For me, my behavior towards, or my parenting towards my girls, my daughters, I've been really, really intentional with making sure I'm being a father, but internally, like on the external side, internally, I think I overcame the bitterness that I had with my father when I ultimately forgave him.
Right.
He's not here right now. He took his life when I was, I think maybe 12 or 13. And I was extremely upset.
Now, were you upset at him or were you upset that you had to deal with that?
Both. Yeah. Because
Did you and your brother have a good relationship?
I want to say we did. I don't remember ever being chastised by him. I don't remember getting, getting straightened out. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember any of that. Even though I wanted that. I wanted discipline and structure, but I didn't have it. I got it from my uncle, my mom, other guys and OGs in the community. But I'll probably say I do remember he was a really, really great cook. So my memories with him were
Good food.
they were good food.
Can never
exactly.
go wrong with good food.
Good food. You can't go wrong with that, right? So that's what I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like you accomplished any of your goals? To the fullest extent, I should say. Do you feel like you've reached any of your goals and there's no more you can do?
No, I can't say that. I could say I can't say I'm working towards those goals every day.
Right.
Each day, My daughters are 12 and 4, so I'm steady learning, teaching,
You learn
talking to
something
them
every day.
loving on them a different way. So that changes. Same for my wife, as we get older. My interest and her interest changes, so I have to continually be a student with learning her. My professional, me being a professional, a black male professional, there's layers and levels to that. So as you go in leadership and be exposed to more different circles and tables that you're invited to.
What do you do?
That's a good question. So I am a case manager. I help young people connect with resources for employment, education, community connections, et cetera. Mentor.
Oh, yeah. I could use a mentor because I like talking. I like talking about my problems and about my goals, because when I hear it, I feel like I'm getting closer to it. Because once I hear it and I actually say it, I get to plan. But one thing I learned is that you can plan and plan and plan, but you can't prepare for everything. So I've just been
That's
taking
good.
it one step at a time. Like, I just been trying to tiptoe my way there.
Yeah,
Because-
I'm start calling you grandpa. one step at a time. Now, that's a good philosophy, though. That's good.
Because you can't be ready for everything. Like,
Right.
you might think you ready. Like a person that say, I'm not scared of nothing.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
You're not scared of nothing. We're going to see.
Until you get hit with something you're scared
Until you
of.
get hit with something scary. A clown pop out your claws and you screaming.
Right.
Like, it's just always something that could just pop up.
Yeah.
Just pop up. So no matter how much I say it, how much I think about it, like, there's always going to be something that's going to get in the way and say, stop right there.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to do is just knock him out, keep going.
Yeah.
Because one thing I've learned through the 17 years that I've been alive is that stuff will happen. Stuff that you never thought, like, just the wildest thing.
Right.
It will get in your way and you will not expect it to happen. But it's only going to stop you if you let it. Like,
That's good.
I done been hit with so many things where it's just like, wow, like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then I sat and I thought, and I was just talking to my best friend about this yesterday. She got upset. I'm like, you only do things and like feel a certain type of way when you make yourself do it. Cause when you say what you feel, you're actually expressing why you shouldn't be mad. So it's just like, man, they do this stupid school, they keep suspending me. I don't even be doing nothing. You don't be doing nothing.
I hear
You
that
got
a-
suspended for a reason.
I hear
like,
that a lot.
What are you mad for?
Right.
Like, you know what you did. So
Right.
what are you trying to act like you're mad? Like,
Right.
why are you making yourself upset?
Right.
It's like, it's just certain things that you just gotta sit and realize. Like, and I realized this from being locked up, that I'm a joyful person, right? I'm always happy, high spirits, and there's really so little that can make me angry. But when I do get angry is when that's where I came up with that. Cause when I get angry, I get angry. It don't just be like a oh, I'm mad.
It's like a build up.
It builds up because
Yeah.
I don't let no anger out until it's overwhelmed.
Right.
So that's one thing I had to sit down and think, like, why am I mad? Like, because sometimes I would just get a certain feeling that it just make me mad. I don't know why I'm mad.
Yeah.
And then, like, once I start to talk about the situation, that's why I like talking. Because when you talk through situations, there's nothing that can't be worked out.
Right.
Because once you start talking, you start getting ideas about how you can fix it. You start understanding why stuff is happening.
Right.
Like, so I sat and asked myself, like, what am I upset for? I got in trouble because I didn't want to listen, and I'm mad. Maybe next time I'll just listen.
And when you say it out loud, it kind of sounds like
Like, it sounds like you shouldn't even said it. Like,
Exactly.
Like, keep that in your head.
Right.
Because, no, I take that back. Don't keep it in your head. Say it out loud if you have to. Say the reason why you're upset, and you'll be able to understand. Like, it'll all come to you like, I'm tripping.
right.
Like, I just told myself why I'm upset, and it's literally for no reason.
That eliminate a lot of shame too.
Now, that literally works for every scenario.
Right.
Your auntie get killed. She in a better place now. She ain't got to worry about no more stress. She ain't got to worry about no more high blood pressure. She ain't got to worry about none of that no more. Because she going to be taken care of now. So now all you got to do is just keep moving.
Right.
Because you can't do nothing about it. Like, when you're upset for something like that, you're literally just beating yourself up for no reason.
It takes a mature mind to do that.
You can't do nothing about it. It's done. It's over with.
Right.
Like an argument. You get into an argument and then you just steady talking about it. Man, I can't stand him. I can't stand. It's over with.
Right.
Like, why are you still mad? That's just how I deal with my problems. I talk about it. And I say it out loud. Even if I'm sitting, I just be sitting in my room by myself. Man. I say it like, what?
Right.
Like, sometimes I think to myself, like, what am I talking about? Like,
But it just shows that you're very reflective, you know, and and you're able to really process, critically think about why you're upset, how it happened, how can you move past it. And a lot of times that's it's really a lost art for a lot of young people, for a lot of people, period, being able to just process or you just kind of backtrack what happened, how I got to this place, or how do I move forward. So I encourage you to continue to live in that space because you got a whole lot of life to live. You see 17, right? Keep living. Like my grandma used to tell me, keep living, so having that tool in your tool belt will get you so much farther than where you would actually believe you would go, man. You talked about goals, and you asked me about my goals, and I wanted to ask, what are some of your goals? And then also, do you feel, well, let me just ask you, what are some of your goals? I don't want to keep, add layers on that question.
So for one, I want to cook. I love cooking.
Okay.
I got a scholarship for culinary arts at GRCC.
That's awesome.
And I also got a recommendation for a scholarship at Ferris State. So
That's where I graduated from.
Ferris.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out like exactly how where I'm gonna go and like how I'm gonna do things when I graduate high school because it's my last year of high school.
Okay.
So that's what I want to do. I want to cook.
You said you got a scholarship, right?
Yeah.
What's there to think about?
Can you rephrase the question?
So I said you got a scholarship, right?
Oh. What's to think about is because I don't know whether to go to GRCC or Ferris.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Got you.
So, and also, I got a voice. Like, I could be a motivational speaker. I could be a counselor. Like I said, I love talking about issues and figuring them out. Right. So I could be a counselor. I could be anything in that field.
Right.
Like my friends swear I could be a lawyer. Like they like you try to negotiate your way out of any situation.
Me and my brothers.
And so
yeah,
I'll be like, I don't see it, but at certain times I do. Certain times I see it. Like I did just talk my way out.
Can you see me?
Did. Yeah.
Okay.
So
hold on. Can you see me?
As a lawyer?
Can you see me? Period. Right now.
Yeah.
Can you see me? Okay. Just as well as you can see me through this lens, or just through us talking right now, you can see yourself.
Right.
As being a lawyer.
I honestly got a lot of things.
Pause, bro. You can see that. I can see it. Can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay. Just let that sit for a minute. Yourself as a lawyer.
See, but that stuff I ain't never really just thought about. Like,
now you are.
Maybe I should be a lawyer.
Think about it right now. Think about it. Just take, really, like when you go, throughout the rest of the day, moving forward, just start thinking about seeing yourself being where you want to be. Earlier, you mentioned something like, you mentioned it helps when I say what I have to say or just kind of put it out there, right? It's amazing, when you say something and you put out in the atmosphere. It's powerful what happens when you put it in the atmosphere. And it's powerful. So when you told me that you wanted to be a lawyer, I believed you right then. I saw it. How come you can't make that happen? What's stopping you?
Nothing.
That's my expectation for you.
All right.
We need you. We need you. We need your voice. We need your confidence, your swag. We need your sauce. We need you in the courtroom representing, speaking well on the behalf of others. That we're in your shoes when you walked into that courtroom, right? We need you. Did you have anybody with melanin representing you when you were in that courtroom? Did they look like you? Why not? Why not you? Did anybody ever say that you can't?
Nope.
Nope.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
So, I'm lost. I'm out of words now.
It's all good,
That was
man.
deep. But
It's our kings strengthen each other.
respect. So, I enjoyed talking to you. We gotta do this again.
Absolutely.
Hear each other out some more, cause I enjoyed talking to you.
I enjoyed talking to you too. It's my pleasure, man.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
All right. Well, have a nice day.
All right.
My name is Bryce. I'm 15. And I'm in the Delta program.
My name Antonio. I'm 17. I'm in the Delta program.
My name is Tyler. I'm 17, and I'm a current resident of the Delta program.